Welcome to Frywall Friday. Today we're making shakshuka, a splendid tomato and egg dish that goes equally well for brunch or for a light dinner. There are tons of ways to make shakshuka, probably more ways than there are countries in the Middle East, but there's one common theme. You always poach eggs in a rich tomato and bell pepper sauce. One of the great things about this is it's really easy to make, and it's great if you have guests coming over because you can make the sauce ahead of time, and then when the guests arrive, you crack a couple eggs, turn on the heat, and you're done in 10-15 minutes. Okay, let's get started. For the ingredients, we have 6 eggs, 2 onions that we've cut into rough lengthwise slices, and 3 bell peppers that we also cut into large slices about 3/4 of an inch wide. It's important in this dish to slice the vegetables broadly. This allows the vegetables to brown along the edges while keeping their integrity and lending the dish its distinctive heartiness. Today I'm using 2 red bell peppers and 1 green. Feel free to mix it up, just don't use more than 1 green bell pepper because you need the sweetness that comes from the red and yellow bell peppers. Next we have a few tablespoons of roughly chopped cilantro and 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We are using fire roasted tomatoes today, but you can use any high quality crushed or diced can. And finally we have our spice mix, which is made up of half a teaspoon of cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, and a dash of medium hot Aleppo pepper flakes. Feel free to use cayenne if you like your dishes a bit spicier, or eliminate the pepper flakes altogether if you like your dishes mild. I have a couple of tablespoons of oil already heated in the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add my onions. I'm going to give these a good stir so they're nicely coated in the oil. And now I'll add my peppers, and again, give them a stir until they're nicely coated. I have the heat on medium-high. I'm going to cook these for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until the edges start to brown and the peppers start to get a little bit soft. The vegetables look perfect. You can see that the onions have started to caramelize, the peppers have softened. At this point, we'll add in our spice mix and give it a nice stir for a few seconds. And then I will go ahead and add my can of tomatoes. At this point, we're going to want to reduce our heat to medium-low and cook it gently for about 15 minutes. This has been cooking for about 15 minutes. The flavors have begun to combine and the tomatoes no longer have that canned taste anymore. At this point, I'll just adjust the seasoning with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we'll be ready to add the eggs. For each of the eggs, I'm going to make a little well with my spatula or spoon, and then crack the egg and just gently pour it right into the well. And I'll do this for each of the 6 eggs. Once all the eggs are in place, we're going to cover it with a tight lid and let it cook for about 15 minutes. You'll want to check after about 10 to see how things are going. The eggs are done when the white part is no longer runny. I love to bring this to the table just like this in the pan and then top it with some cilantro. If you prefer, you can also plate it and do it that way. This goes great with some either pita bread or nice crusty French bread. In either case, enjoy. You're going to love this dish.